What's going on, guys? We're back with a brand new video. In today's video, we're back with the best 23 series. It's the second episode of the best 23 series. Now, in today's video, we're going over the reigning premiers. They've just gone back to back, and let's hope. I'm not a Brisbane fan, but they're going to be hoping that this best 23 that I've done can take it to the promised land and take him to the first repeat since Hawthorn many years ago. So if you guys enjoy this series, make sure to drop a like on this video, subscribe. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. So, if you didn't see my Adelaide one, this right here is the, index, or this is how I'm picking the squad. So, you know, the roles I'm picking them for, instead of just chucking, the 7 best midfielders at Brisbane all over the ground, and just, so like, you know that what role I'm selecting them for. Now let's get into it. Alright, starting off with the back line, I have Noah Ainsworth as playing that kind of lockdown small forward role, taking over from Brendan Starcevic. I've got Jack Payne at fullback. I've got Tom Duday, who, has been really injury prone as of late. But his last year of Adelaide, he was so good. So I've got him playing that third tall defender. And then off the half back line, I've got the two flankers in Darcy Wilmot and Dane Zorko. Two blokes on either end of the scale. Dane Zorko, he's still so good at what he does, sitting at that back 50. And then Darcy Wilmot, he can do everything, that bloke. Hopefully, like how he's going, could end up being a midfielder or being more dangerous up the ground, but still love what he's been doing. And then, of course, the general back there, it's an half-back, Harris Andrews, probably the best defender in the comp. Now we've got the midfield, which this was a really interesting one to pick for me. On the two wings, I've got Levi Ashcroft and Jared Berry playing the wings on either side. Levi Ashcroft probably will play a little bit more of that midfield time in the guts this year. Probably, average probably like 8 or so centre bounce attendances per game. But I still have him starting on the wing. And then I've got Jared Berry on the other wing, played the wing role for many years now. And then in the guts, I do have Josh Dunkley, Will Ashcroft, and Hugh McCluggage. A real obvious name there is Lachie Neale's not in there. I feel like this is the year that I really moved past Lachie Neale. There was a lot of rumours in the off-season that he could possibly be heading to one of the WA clubs like West Coast. So I think that this will be his last year at Brisbane, in my opinion, with all the personal stuff going on. I won't get into it, but we all know what's going on there if you've read the media. And in the ruck, I've gone with Sam Drake by the new recruit. He fits this so well with the new ruck rules of the like the athletic, being able to tap down. He's one of the most athletic ruckmen in the comp, but he just did do his Achilles, so I don't know how his jumping is, but I'm expecting it to be pretty similar to how he was pre-Achilles injury. If not, that's really sucks for Brisbane because they gave that guy a pretty big contract. But yeah, let's get into the forward line. Forward line, I do have Zach Bailey, of course, one of the superstars, out of contract end of this year. I've got Eric Hipwood, Kyle Lohmann, Charlie Cameron, Oscar Allen, new recruit, and Logan Morris. Now, the three forwards I've chose is Eric Hipwood, Oscar Allen, and Logan Morris. Oscar Allen taking over from Joe Danaher a couple of years ago, who, even though Brisbane didn't really matter that they didn't have, they didn't even have Eric Hipwood for last year, and they still went super well with Logan Morris kicking 50+ goals. But having Oscar Allen there, take the pressure off Logan Morris, who's in his 3rd season. And I know, like, some people think that Ty Gallup, he had a pretty good finals campaign, but he's still really young. And I do expect Ty Gallup to probably be the pairing partner for Oscar Allen in the future. Eventually take over from Eric Hipwood once he moves on. But then, of course, we've got the older statesman, Charlie Cameron. He's always going to play that role. And then Kyle Lohmann, who apparently is having a really good pre-season. So hopefully he takes his game to the level that he had a couple of years ago in the finals. Now, the interchange, we do have Jasper Fletcher, Sam Marshall, Cam Rayner, Kitty Coleman, and Lachie Neale. This bench is actually stacked. Like, all these blokes will probably start in every other team. As if there's players playing certain roles that are better than them out of these blokes. Jasper Fletcher, the only reason I didn't chuck him in the back 50 is because I reckon he's got to play a bit more midfield time. So that's why I didn't include him in that back line, because I reckon he will actually get some centre bounce minutes this year, or potentially a wing role. Sam Marshall, just there for his wing rotation, did his thing back half of last year. Cam Rayner, I have him here because I don't know if he's going to play more centre bounce work like, you know, get more in the midfield, but then also be another forward option. Kitty Coleman hasn't played like 2 years pretty much. Well, played barely any football in 2 years since he was arguably best and grand for Brisbane in that grand final. And then Lachie Neale, of course, the older statesman. We'll see how he goes this year. The one big looming guy is Dan Annable, the new recruit. I think he was picked 4 in the draft. I reckon that, you know, he can't come straight into a side that just won back-to-back flags. There's probably these GOAT blokes are probably in front of him. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to drop your predictions down below in the comments. Thanks for watching. Drop a like and a subscribe. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers.